The intention today, just to be clear, I'm not in this presentation trying to teach you how to to mint an NFT. There are endless YouTubes on how to go about it, the fastest track, fastest route, etc. My fundamental intention is to pique your interest, get you excited, and get you involved. If you miss this wave, and it's a big wave, although there's a lot of skepticism, but it's a big wave, and if you miss it, it'll be no less, maybe more than missing the crypto wave. I can tell you, and this is just maybe an accident of curiosity than shrewd investment. I got into cryptos in 2017, something like that, 16 maybe, and I bought 5 Bitcoins. 5 Bitcoins cost me about $1,500. It's actually exactly $280 a Bitcoin. Anybody knows what's a Bitcoin worth today? Show your hand or speak, because I can't see all hands. Rami, you seem to have raised your hand. What is a Bitcoin today? You can check it also on Google.
64,000.
64,000, yeah.
Okay. So now I can brag about making money on crypto. That's not the point. Is the curiosity gets you involved. It's an enjoyable topic. It gets you to wrap your head around what is crypto, what's blockchain, etc. And if the ride also makes you some money, great. But don't get carried away. The money is only a byproduct, but the involvement is important. So with that in mind, let's see if I'm successful today. At the end of it, you'll be interested. You go and do some research. And here is what I intend to do. Get you interested and somehow motivate you to mint your first NFT. And we will come to what is minting, etc. And to make you do that, I will be offering some, I was going to offer a prize, but decided that's not the best way to go. To mint an NFT, you need a piece of or a part of an Ethereum coin. And I will show you how, but the company will donate a tiny bit of Ethereum into your wallet so you can play the game. So you don't have to go buying Ethereum, just get involved, start the wallet. We will load up a little bit of Ethereum into the wallet, and that will allow you to play the game, because you can't play the game with zero crypto. So you need to do that. If you're going to buy it yourself, you need a platform to buy it on, and that could get quite lengthy, and I think a lot of you could give up. But so I'll take you through the steps just to get you interested. At the end of it, you could decide, forget it's not for me, but that'll be at your peril, because there is, you might have said that about the cryptos 5 years ago. So hopefully you don't say that about NFT. Okay, let's make a start. Should we care about NFT? Has anybody formed a definite opinion, yes or no? No, not, I don't want maybe, etc. You've maybe spent some time and decided yes or no. Has anybody? And I remember I can't see you, so I see 48, 49 people maybe, and I need you to shout if you say yes or no. Then immediately as you speak, your picture shows in front of me in the main screen with yellow frame. So anybody formed a definite opinion?
Yes.
No. Michelle said yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is that yes?
Yes, sir.
Get into it, or yes, I don't want anything to do with it?
I'm already into it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Okay. All right. So maybe we should care. Let's see. Let's go through this trip and see how much we should care. So the one thing you don't want to know, you know what this means. You might hear me talk about it. One thing I don't appreciate is what they call them armchair critics or consultants. Those are people who don't do anything, don't get involved, but they can tell you all you want to know about everything. They can even tell you whether swimming is good or bad for you, but they've never been in the water. They can tell you whether crypto is any good, but they have no experience with crypto. I can tell you from now, if you don't get in personally into NFT, you cannot be a judge and jury on something you've not experienced. And I know some very, very, if you like, highly qualified sort of IT specialists who talk endlessly about NFT, but they've never minted a single NFT. So let's not be one of those. So is it a scam or a fad? So a scam is somebody's going to take your money and you lose money playing the game, or a fad where you get involved and in no time, the whole thing fizzles out and dies away. What do you think? Is it one or the other, or neither? So it seems to me, at least for this presentation, I think very few people are going to say, no, it's a scam, it's a fad, but it could well be. Don't also discount that. I'm not here to tell you this is the future or it's fantastic. I'm telling you only one thing. Get your hands dirty. Get into it, decide for yourself. But don't sit on an armchair judging it. That teaches you nothing. Because the same thing, I've heard exactly the same thing people say 5 years ago about cryptos. What's this? It's only a mathematical thing in the cloud and this, it doesn't do anything. How can it be worth any money? You try now, tell the same people that cryptos is a waste of time. It's no longer a waste of time. Now it's central, and talking of central, almost all central banks are looking at starting their own cryptos. So let's not discount something unless you've dived in. And believe me, when you dive in, it's a lot of hassle. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of mental work. Don't think it's straightforward. And I don't mean the mechanics of minting something. It's the mind share you have to put in to wrap your head around it. What is it I am doing here? Can I buy it? Can I sell it? Are there legality issues? There's so many things to consider. How do I promote it? How do I, one thing I want to tell you up front, do get into it, etc. Sell if you can, don't buy. Don't get into buying anything just yet, because that is a very, very dangerous area, and something you paid that 1,000 dirham for today could be worth a dirham tomorrow. So that's too dodgy. Selling it, at least you know what you're selling at. But we will come later to see even selling could look lucrative until you pay some fees, and then you find you made nothing. So all of this needs to be taken into account. So non-fungible token, I think hopefully most of you got curious and checked it out, but let's just go over it very quickly. Would you say 1,000 dirham is a fungible or non-fungible?
Fungible.
Fungible, good. Gail, did you want to say something?
This will be fungible item, Fayez, but it has some stops or something unique in it. It will be non-fungible.
Okay, so let's say I agree with those of you who said fungible, because 1,000 dirham is also equivalent to pieces of 500 each. I don't really care whether you give me 10 dirhams pieces for the 1,000 or another 1,000. Somebody could be very argumentative and say, but 2,000 dirham separate notes could have different serial number, but then you are really splitting hairs. What about a pair of jeans I really like? They're very soft. I can sit in them all day and never feel constricted. Would you say that's fungible or non-fungible? Non-fungible, Vishal?
Yes, sir.
Why is it non-fungible?
You cannot exchange, or you cannot get another pair of it, actually. Like, you cannot exchange it.
No, you cannot break it, sir. You cannot break it into pieces.
Yeah.
Well, breaking it was for the currency, but this is true, it's non-fungible. It's my jeans. I've worn them for years. They're comfortable. You can give me Gucci jeans and I may not like them because this is the one I like. They've been wearing them for years. They feel like a friend, so they're non-fungible. Okay. So before we think the thing is just a joke and a fad, in the first half of this year, the volume, it says here, of NFT, and this is just in art, is $2.5 billion. So we're not talking about piddly amount that people, messing around with. It's become substantial. A lot of it, when you look at it, you think, what a joke. How come money changing hand over that? But get used to it. So let's see some issues here. When you have a digital assets, it's on the internet or on the web, and it can be shared freely. That's been our story for the last 2 or more decades. Now, the problem with that, share freely, then something else happens. It can be infinitely produced and copied and shared. Then how do we get protected? Where do we protect our mind work? This is all creative work on the internet. And if I don't have any protection, what's my incentive to keep on creating? People just copy, distribute my work, and I have no way of recovering my investment. So we've uploaded today trillions of photos. Each photo, by the way, even though you think it's just a photo, it's your viewpoints. You captured that with a certain mood, with a certain angle, etc., and you've uploaded it, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Google, wherever you uploaded it. Who holds that picture now? Who has that picture? We uploaded it for free into Facebook. Does Facebook have it or do you have it?
Facebook has it.
Right. Do they pay you for it?
No, they don't pay.
Okay, so they extract all the value and that picture gets trapped with them. And the only business model that has worked so far is to say, give me everything, all your content, and I will do it for you for free, but you have to watch my adverts. That's the only business model. And it's proving to be an ugly business model because they know how to extract what? What do they extract from us? Apart from taking our photos and our moments. They want to buy your attention. That's really what you're paying them. When they get your attention, they advertise to you and get advertiser to pay. That's the business model, and it's broken. It's not a business model we're happy with because we know what they're doing. They are extracting our time, our attention to sell to us. And the algorithm is all engineered to keep us looking and checking, looking and checking. In fact, beyond anything, even the developer of Facebook and the like has anticipated. They didn't realize that their algorithm will go a step further and even mold your attention, what you do and what you don't do. They first were serving you with what you like. Then they discovered it's easier to make you like certain things and dislike certain things, and that way manipulate you. The algorithm turned out to be cleverer than the platform. So far, we don't get paid for mind work, and what we upload gets trapped with them. They own it. And I'm sure none of you read the Facebook agreement. It will probably run into, I don't know, 20 pages plus. I've never read it myself. I don't know if any of you been diligent enough, and even if you read it, what you're going to say? No. No means you're out. Same thing with now when they get introduced this GDPR for Europe. How many times you get, do you want to accept our cookies or not? How often do you say no? It went from a voluntary thing where we were doing it but not having to vote. Now we're saying, I accept it, which is even worse. Okay, so now the only people who make money are these platforms. We get nothing. We just load for them great content for free. Look what happens in the physical world. Physical world, when I buy something, I fence people out. It's mine, you're not allowed in. It's one model, but it's not the best model because it's limited to who's in, who's out. When you go into the digital world, it's all about freedom, availability, everybody can share, etc. But this one has a built-in protection. I own that property. This one raises some question mark. You're sharing it everywhere. Where is the sense of ownership? It's not so clear. So this likes to be global, exponential, and it's available at any time. Okay, you can own it, enjoy it, but everybody else can. And guess what? The more people enjoy it, like it, vote for it, etc., the more the value increase. In a physical asset, if you remove these walls and everybody can walk into your estate, does it increase in value? You might have thousands of people picnicking on your ground. Then nobody wants to buy that. Here, the more that view it, the better. Look at this one, the neon cat. 200 million people viewed it. It's a silly digital, but I think it's worth more than $5 million. So, sorry, maybe not 5 million. It's worth about 300 Ethereum. Multiply that, say, by $4,000, you get the idea, $1.2 million. So the more seen, the more value. This, if you can guess, is my bedroom. I'm giving you an insight into personal life here. Okay, so I have this quilt here, which I really like. I bought it from an old lady in the US. So the physical asset is sitting above my bed, right? Can anybody see this? Impossible, unless I invite them to my bedrooms, and I don't invite many people. Yet this beautiful piece of art is trapped in there. Now we come to, this is physical. We go to, want to go now digital. So I take a picture of it and turn it into an NFT. I'll just take you through very quickly the steps. You don't need to remember this. The presentation is there, and you will be doing it unless you're too lazy to bother. That's up to you. So to mint this digital picture, took it with just my iPhone, you go and set up a wallet. Can you read this? It's called MetaMask. Now, MetaMask is just one website where you create a wallet, a digital wallet. There could be tens of other websites. I found this one the most easiest, most logical to use. Okay, so here we're going to start thinking together. The first thing I want to encourage you is go and start a wallet. To start the wallet, you don't need any money. You just go in, follow the steps. It's very simple, and then it will have a wallet for you. Then it says fund your wallet. It wants you to put some money in there, not because it's mandatory, but before it's any use. Like any wallet, empty wallet is useless. When it says fund your wallet, it'll give you a wallet address. If you are interested, then you send your wallet address, maybe send it to Marily. Once she gets it, I will decide how much we're going to fund wallets by. It could be $5, but it'll be in Ethereum. It could be 10, it could be 1, it doesn't matter the amount. It's just you need to fund it, otherwise you cannot go to the next step. Okay, so fund your wallet, then you got your MetaMask wallet. Step 2, then you go to this website. This website is called Mintable. Again, maybe you can't read it here, but is mintable. If you can't, when you take a copy of this, you'll see. It's just a simple mintable, mintable. I found, again, this is really good because you can mint NFTs on that without paying gas. Now you're going to start coming across terminology that you're not used to. Like driving a car, you cannot drive it without gas, can you? So you have to buy gas. Most of the website where you have to mint NFTs, you need to put money. This one says, no, you can mint your NFT for free. Only you have to pay after you've published it, minted it, and if you sell it. If you sell it, the buyer pays the gas. So far, so good. Nothing like an experiment that costs you zero. So stick with that. Don't part with money. The only person parting with money is the company. They put some money in your wallet. I don't want you, as a result of this presentation or exercise, to lose money. So you've minted it, and now when you're ready, it'll come up like this, and you are on the blockchain with an item. So this is the thing that will make it all work. MetaMask, mintable, and then here you will add it to the Chrome at the top right corner, the MetaMask, and then can you see this? It says connected. The MetaMask has to be connected with Mintable, then you are ready to mint. So I'm going through this very quickly because it's described in painful details everywhere on the YouTube, but it is really fairly straightforward if you follow what I'm saying here. You don't need a lot of instruction. But first pass is always difficult. So we're connected and we can mint. Then I thought, oh, this is good enough. Let me mint another one. And this is something else. And surprisingly, when you mint something else, the picture that comes here at the bottom left is what's trading and how much people are paying for stuff. Some silly pictures. You'll be shocked how much people are paying for silly things in Ethereum. Sometimes, even when you say 0.1 Ethereum, it's like $450 for a silly picture. But that is going on. Don't get surprised. Don't think it's a scam. That's how it is. The good thing is when you try to mint this, let me just, no, I want to show you. Then I minted this one. There's another picture. I'm only showing you pictures because that's what I have. Some of you will have, ideally, a digital picture that you created. That's the best ones to do. This is just an experiment. Now, when you go to mint it, the good thing about today's these websites is they have AI in the back of them. So they search the whole web and show you, check that you're not trying to mint something that somebody else has minted or somebody else owned. So look at this one. This is a picture I have. Then it gave me 3 similar ones and says, no, they're not that similar, but you're okay to mint. If you were trying to just mint something that's already on the web, it will stop you. So it has to be original. You cannot be just saying, I'll do it as well, and I'll do it as well. Okay, so then it'll take you, this is mintable, on what you have to do to be seen to be able to sell. And it will rate your NFT from good to bad. All mine are bad because you need to do quite a bit of marketing and all of it on the website by describing your piece, by, you have to do a few things if you're interested to sell. To be honest with you, I'm neither interested to buy or sell. I'm only interested to develop this as an experiment so I can share it with you. I don't have any ambition as far as NFT, and I trust you will not either, unless you really become a lot more invested than me. Idea is you become familiar and then you say, great, I know all there is to know about it, and then make up your own mind. And I got an offer, but I will not sell. Congrats, you just got a new offer on the long journey on this picture. Okay, maybe, but there are legal implications, by the way. So before you get carried away buying and selling, this could warrant another presentation about legality of a lot of things you can and cannot do. So again, just do your game, enjoy it. Don't think you're going to make a bundle out of it. And 9 out of 10, unless you have something really unique and special, by the time you've minted it, sold it, paid your fees, paid your gas, you're not going to make a lot of money out of it. But you will get to know the game, and you will get to understand why some people are paying what they're paying. So some people are skeptical. They say, whoa, wait a minute, NFT versus real. Real is tangible. So let's take the Mona Lisa. What do you think is more tangible, the Mona Lisa or an NFT? Somebody could say, oh, no, this is really unique. This is where really the mindset is so important. After all, the Mona Lisa is just a bit of paint on canvas. But it's the story we've told ourselves. Look at the ambiguous smile on the face. It is so, we've created a halo around the Mona Lisa that actually made it worth millions, and it's actually priceless. Nobody knows how much it's worth. But it's a story. There's nothing to it except a bit of paint, old paint at that, and cracked, and a canvas. What about this $100 bill? What do you think? Is this special? It's just paint on paper. But we've told ourselves a story is really valuable. Okay, and it is valuable because you can exchange it in the marketplace. But at the end of the day is that. And if my NFT can be exchanged in the marketplace for Ethereum, it's also valuable. You heard of this Beeple picture, first 500 days. This is an artist. He's put that 5,000 days, put it all in a collage, and sold it for $69 million. So you think, my goodness, what's going on here? Or what about this one? This is crazy. Has anybody heard of Banksy, the artist? Usually draws on walls and stuff. He drew this picture. Can you read this, or is that too? It just says here, I can't believe you morons actually buy this shit. He's laughing at them. I can't believe, because this is a drawing. As soon as, and he takes a picture of it, mints it, and actually publicly burned the picture. So it's a publicity stunt. Now he's done that. This sold for $380,000. Although the picture doesn't exist anymore, it's just the NFT. So it's a totally new domain, and you cannot just talk about it without being involved, trying it, learning it. I look in front of me, all young people, young mind. If you don't do it now, you'll not get it in a few years' time. It'd be like, if you don't know what's the World Wide Web, you're going to be lost forever. So let's see, NFTs, can we do anything beyond art? I just mainly talked about art. Title deed. You know, if I were, say, from Palestine, and I had a title deed to a house, I'd love to think that it was available on NFT, because the moment the government's gone and the occupation happened, I've lost my ownership certificate. However, if it's an NFT, it's on the blockchain, and there is no way somebody can dispute my ownership. They could still kick me out of the house. I'm not saying I would do any better, but the truth is, my title deed will still be an authentic certificate. See all of this, all title deed which disappeared and nobody now can prove anything. Maybe some people still have this. What about birth certificate? That could be NFT. What about, this is when you have a basketball game, instead of issuing tickets, and then the ticket starts to change hand at higher and higher prices in the gray market, if you issue it as NFT, then it's just as valid. But if you resell it in the gray market, guess what? The organizer of the NBA end up making a percentage, because that's again baked into the NFT. Every time you resell it, the person makes X percent. You know, the NBA makes 10%. When you can specify that, you will see when you mint your first NFT, you can decide how much royalty you want if whoever bought from you resells. So you can continue in your sleep to earn money on NFT that gets resold again and again forever. So I can think of endless possibilities that you can do with NFT. And I think you will see as time goes by, this is becoming a reality. So the future, it'll be digital and value in the right hand. Today it's in the platform. Information is free, everyone can mint. And I think you guys are hopefully will be on the forefront. And we get paid for our mind work. And our mind work is endless. I think you will think of so many possibilities that can be authenticated with NFT. Okay, so start to get your mind around this, experiment, and don't worry about difficult, not difficult. Just get to where you publish your first NFT. That will be a great win for you. You don't have to lose any money over it. It's just a learning experience. The company will support you, and hopefully next time we meet, you'll have a show of hand how many people minted their NFT. But if you do mint it, feel free to send me an email with a picture. Yes, I've done my first NFT. I'll be delighted for you. This is the whole objective of the exercise. So get involved, get educated, hopefully help even loved ones to get into it. That's what life is all about, is learning. Okay, thank you very much. If you can vote, I'd be grateful. Thank you and have a great day.